will do is here you can see PowerShell, and automatically the way it opened Notepad, once you open the file, will open PowerShell, and it will make a request to this site, and if at all if it downloads any of the script, it executes it. So that is the meaning of IEX. Okay, this is the path. So we have PowerShell, and it will download the script from here, and it will execute on memory because of this function, IES function. Okay, so I think everyone got still here. So let's move. Okay, I'll save it once again, and this time you guys please see the screen. Okay, I'll save it once again, and let me close this file. And if I click on this, you can see somewhere here. So let me close this. Instead of debugging this error, we close this. I'll open one another file. Yeah. So what was the error was that? So since I copied the payload from previous, so there was no URL. The URL did not change this URL. So now the URL is changed. Save. Let me go, and I'll save this as this house. This may rename it as 456. Now let me close it, and let me open this file. So now still we have the same error. Uh, Let me try another try. Still we have error. Yeah. So instead of debugging it, so let me go to the notes. I'm not sure why I'm getting this error because it should work. So is that so? Once you save the file like this, the code. So exactly the same injection payload I have saved. And if at all, if you try to open this file, you can see automatically PowerShell got opened on the notes you can see. So I mentioned it, and we got a request as well, making the request here. So this was the request. That means we are uh, in the path. We are if you send of your employees or wherever the whichever the organization you work, and if at all if they open this file and if enable macros, you will get the request from their system. And if you take advantage of writing any reversal code, how it will make sense. If you try to host the reversal code in your server, and if at all that script gets downloaded and gets executed on the runtime, you will get a reversal. So that is all the concept here. Okay, so this is clear to you now. Guys, do you have any doubts still now? Anyone? Because I'll be moving fast now. Okay, so let's go to part two. So as I said, we were able to make the request from one system to our server, or one of the malicious server, just by sending the word file. Okay, so now what we'll do, we'll move to Cobalt Strike tool. Okay, so the let's see how this tool is efficient for red teamers. Why this tool is important? Because most of the red team guys and any red team jobs at Google and Meta, if you have this tool on your resume, or if you have cleared the certification called as CRU or CRTE regarding this tool, you will get a call and you'll go to final rounds. So even I went for final round for both Google and Meta for summer internship. So unfortunately, I was not able to make it to get a call, but still I was happy that I went. So that is the importance of this tool. And another important thing is that this tool costs you $5,000 per year per annum. So that is why it is very important. And let's focus on this. Yeah. So let's go. So now, let me give you introduction of this tool. So this is how the tool looks like. So this is the Cobalt Strike tool, where we have listeners. So if you can see, we have, so these are the listeners. So these are the listeners running. So how many of you have you used Netcat? So Netcat, like we'll start the listener NC minus NLBB any port. The same way, there it was a TCP port we would have started. So here you can see we have started many ports: DNS, HTTP, SMB, TCP, TCP localhost. There is a difference between TCP and TCP localhost as well. Okay, so we have opened many ports here. That means we have started many listening ports. Because why listening ports? The request is coming from whom? The request is coming from employee. Like we have compromised. He is opening that file. So once he click on that file, we should get a reversal. So that reversal will be cached by these listeners. Okay, any of these listeners. Okay, so this is listeners, and here whatever you are seeing here, this four tabs here, these were the previous shells I got from any of the employees or this lab environment. Okay, so this is not running. You can see these are all LO. You can see this is not active shells. Okay, this is just a cache it was having. So let me remove these things. Okay, so I'll go, and if I do remove, so like this. Okay, let me get a new thing. Remove, remove. So there is many things to do with this tool. Okay, so let's focus. Let's then go back. Now the thing is that what I said. So you are opening that file, but you should your macro should download the script. Okay, so the script or the malicious script, where it should be, it should be on the server. Okay, so that server, instead of you hosting or instead of going any of the third party websites like website.hook, webhook.site and all, this Cobalt Strike tool will help you to investigate the for you. Okay, and it is a way to bypass the any of teams also. Okay, so Cobalt Strike will help you for that also. Okay, so now let's go and launch our server. Okay, it is just nothing but, how many of you have started HTTP server using Python? Python minus m HTTP dot server, something like that. So that is what we are doing. That is the same way we are what Cobalt Strike will do. Not Python, they use some other languages. Okay, so this I'll show you on notes because it will take so much time to start the server. Next attacks we'll see on live. Okay, so this is where we have script web delivery. So script web delivery means, so let me show you on the tool. You will go to attacks. Okay, so here the option is called as script web delivery. Okay, so this is the path. So I can change it to Osiris as well. Okay, any path I'm changing. So I'll keep this in over because already I have started this server. Okay.
Question. Is that a local version for this one? Or is it
Where?
web based? Like the tool is web based.
This one?
Yeah, cool. Fine.
So local host is 10.10.5.0. What we are doing is that we have purchased one of the URL called as this URL is uh, let me show you that. Okay, so this is the URL. So what that URL is doing, that is cyberautic.io URL. So what that URL is doing, that we have set up the DNS in such a way that, so whenever that URL is fetched, it is converted to this IP address. So it is not anything from local. So this is the internet facing. So you can also access it. Okay, I'll give you that access. Okay, so let's go back here. So we are starting the localhost server here on the this tool, Cobalt Strike tool. Okay, So this is the internet facing IP only. So I can give you that IP. So it is all the things are done backend for you, for just freely for done for you for by Cobalt Strike. You don't need to take care of any of those things like infrastructure things, DNS, something hosting the script, anything. Okay, so this is the path created /a, and you should just go and launch. Okay, so once you click on launch, it is nothing but it is similar to Python -m http.server, any port 8000 like that. Okay, you should just click on launch. I'm closing it here. Okay, so let me go back to the notes. So this is how, and you can see here. So what Vivek asked out. So we were starting we started the IP address as what, 10.10.5.0. Okay, but when we launch it, we are getting uh, the string as the URL as Nickel Viper. You can see here. It can be changed to Osiris as well. So what background it is doing is that Cobalt Strike is hosting the nickelviper.com tool. It is faced to internet, and it is faced to internet in such a way that this will be converted to 10.10.10.5.50. Like it will be converted to this IP address. Okay, so that is the URL we are seeing. Once you click on that launch, so you'll get this URL. Now, so taking this advantage, we are going back to our macros, creating one of the file, and we are making like we are like you can see this URL. Just I'm keeping this URL here. So what it will do, it will go to this URL and it will download the script. So anyone got a doubt?
Is it setting up DNS? Like,
We have
so what if we named it something like google.com?
it will go to Google. So this is the what red teaming does is that, so you should buy your own or the URLs like domains. Okay, so then you have to configure in such a way that this domain DNS setup you have to do. Okay, so that all the things I can't show here because it will take so much time. But it is indirectly it is going to 10.10.0.5 automatically. Okay, so if I go and this is the URL I have embedded. So this is the script I have embedded. You can see this is the URL nickelviper.com. What the tool has given us. Okay. So tool will give you entire script. You can see PowerShell. You don't need to do anything. It will give you entire payload for you. Okay. So now, anyone got the doubt? What was the key point here? We hosted the server, but what was the doubt? Like, what's the doubt here? Like we have hosted the server, but did we host a script here? Did we host any script, malicious script? We did not do that, right? We did not do that, right? So now we have to do that. So in Python server, what would have been happened if that script was not there? You would have got that error like 404 not found. If that script was not there, again you should create that file. Again you should launch the server Python -m http server. Then you will get it. But in case of uh, Cobalt Strike, once you start the server, you can upload the files to the server or any malicious script to the server anytime, whenever you want. Okay, after starting the server also. So that is the one advantage. So how to go here? You can see here there is one function called as host file, and you can go and upload your files, upload your scripts, whichever the scripts. So in my case, I am uploading here not report.doc. I am uploading one of malicious script. Already I have uploaded and I have set it up. Okay. So and that path is this. This is the path. Okay, so now what it will do, so now so you can see here, so this is the guy. So there are two guys, one is Isabel Aids and one is Bob Farmer. Okay, so what we have done, now we have created one of the word file like this, and we have changed payload. That means path we have changed here. We have changed this path. Okay, so now we have made this file, and we are sending this file to uh, this guy called Bob Farmer. We are sending this file to Bob Farmer. Okay, so now the this file is received from by Isabel Aids, sorry, Bob Farmer, and once he open it, once he opens it, see here we have something called as enable content. Okay, this is what you will see. And if you click enable content, so macros will run behind, and you can see this is the we don't have any shells here. Still, he opens that. I'll show you this on live. Okay, and once you click on the enable button, in within 2 seconds we'll get a shell from that Bob farmer. Okay, this is the efficiency of Cobalt Strike tool. Okay, so let us do that. We will do that. So let's go here, and so don't get confused with this. Okay, so exit. I'm closing this thing. Okay, so this is the one of the shell we are getting it because I have made a setup like cron jobs, something like that. It will do things automatically for you. That is why we are getting shells here. So I'll try to remove it. Okay, so first we have to exit and we'll try to remove. Okay, so this is gone. So this is the machine. This is Isabel base. Okay, this is the machine where we have started the what is this? This is the attacker machine called as Isabel Bates, whatever it is, the name is. Okay, so this is the machine. From here, I am sending a mail. Okay, so from here, I'll from this system I'll send a mail to one of the guy called as Bob Burner. Okay, so see this guy has received the mail. This is the workstation 2. You can see two tabs, and he has received the mail. He has received two mails. Okay, I'm not sending here because mail will take a lot of time. But we will go back to the attack, and let me go back to Cobalt Strike. So you have one shell here, one shell. Okay, so we are not closing it, but as soon as I click, I open this report, and once I click on enable content, okay, you guys are seeing it. So let me go back. There is only one cell. There is only one cell, and here you guys can see once I click on enable, you can see a PowerShell automatically will open. Okay, everyone see the screen. Okay, here it will work. See, PowerShell got opened, and one magic is that we will get a shell here. So we got it. Okay, this is the second shell we got it. Okay, we got a reversal. So it is very easy, right? Hosting the server, downloading the files, and starting netcat or any of the listeners, then starting netcat from there, the compromised server. It was very difficult, right, to get a shell. Now you can see automatically we got a shell in 1 second or 2 seconds. Okay, so how to check whether we got a same shell? So everyone will have many doubts, right? And you can see the event log. So let me go here, and event log, web log. So you can see in web logs, you can see this is we got a request to get slash a. So if you would have seen that webhook.site, so we were getting a request here, right? So we were getting a request here. If at all that link would have clicked from anyone. Okay. Same way, we can check whether someone would have downloaded the file from Cobalt Strike. We can go and check in this web log. So someone see we hosted on slash a. You can see here it is a slash a, and the script got downloaded and it got executed because of the payload PowerShell. I showed you that IEX something like that. Okay, and we got a shell here. And one good thing about is that so shell we got this second shell. So how to check whether we got a correct shell or shell from a different user? So we can check the host name, who am I, or something IP config. Check we can check their IP addresses, right? So this is how the shell looks like. Normal. You can see here we have a beacon. Okay. So one word in red teaming called beacon. The word in red teaming means a reversal. Okay. It is a not exactly what can I say? The concept is reversal, but it is similar to reversal. Okay. That is what you can say for a beacon. Okay. Now if I go and how to run the script. So suppose you have got a Linux shell. How would you have you check that? Who am I? So what is the command to check the host name and all? So it was just who am I, right? Or host name or IP config or if config for Windows. In case of Cobalt Strike, it will be run who am I. So if you want to execute any of the commands, like Linux commands or Windows commands, okay, so you should give the keyword called as run. Okay, so, and we should wait for some time. So it will give you the output like what it is doing, who am I or something. After confirming this, we got a reversal. So there are some concepts called as like Cobalt Strike tool will help you to take a screenshot or to get the contents of your clipboard or to get what like whatever you are working. So it will take some time. Okay, so after this command, I'm saying those are the concepts we will see. So what is the use of taking uh, someone's screenshot? Like if he is working and we are taking the screenshot, what is the use? Yeah, so we can see what window they have opened or what they are doing. And what if you write a script in such a way that every 2 seconds or 3 seconds it will take a screenshot. Someone will go for a login page in at least for 1 hour or 2 hours. Someone should get login right every time when you're working in companies that thing. Okay, so sorry. So this was the shell. Okay. Okay, so the thing is that Cobalt Strike or some tools will help you to take a screenshot for every 3 seconds or 4 seconds. What if someone goes and open the login page and type clicking the pass like, typing the password and username? So obviously you will get it. So that is one of the use, and you can see this be farmer. Okay, so let me go back to this. From here we got the shell. I click this enable it here, and if I open any of the command prompt here, and in this if I do who am I, so it is the same output, Dave B farmer. So we got a correction. Okay, so now we should move further. So we got a initial shell. So what all the attacks are possible here? So that is the main thing. Now after getting a shell, what attacks will you do? Any idea? After getting a normal shell,
Everything first, the obvious thing is to
yeah, so we have to do enumeration on this device. Next, so we should get the administrative shell of this system, of the same system. Okay, that we should find some vulnerabilities. So why to get administrative shell?
root next.
Yeah, like to dump the ashes or something like that, or NTLM ashes in case of red teaming, you need administrative access. That is why we should find one vulnerability to move from normal shell to administrative shell. So this is called as vertical privilege escalation. Okay, so this is the attack we will do now. Before that, let me do some enumeration. So this tool will help you to get the contents of clipboard as well. So what is the use of getting the content of clipboard? Someone would have copied their passwords, something like that. Or there is another thing called as keylogger. What is keylogger means? Yeah. So whatever you are typing, those things we can capture. Okay. What if someone what is that? Typing their username and passwords or any sensitive information. That things and all we can capture using Cobalt Strike. Okay. So let's go over here in this thing. So this is the screenshot. Do you need this? I want to take this screenshot any other screenshot. So let me take this screenshot
Yeah.
of this system. So go back to the thing and just click on screenshot. Okay, and let's wait for some few seconds. It will take that screenshot. So if you go back to notes, okay, so reconnaissance we are doing. Okay, so we have run the OMI commands, hostname. I'm not running this any of these commands. I have simply run OMI. Okay, so this is what called a screenshot. Okay, there are many things in the notes you can go and read. Okay, I'm just skipping some contents because we are already running out of time. Okay, so this is the screenshot command. Okay, so let me go back to thing. So let's wait for some few seconds. Because of the yeah, so we got it. So we took screenshot. You, we are getting the output. We took the screenshot. So where to see that screenshot? You, and if you go to screenshots, you can see this is the screenshot. Okay, got it right. What if something I wrote it as I am template? Okay, but what if it was a password or username? obviously we can compromise, right? We can compromise, right? Some guys are there, we can copy, they will copy passwords everywhere, or they will keep the passwords in any of the notepads or word files like that. So we can automate these things. So I have done this thing on a real time. So we can automate a script. So one of the bank companies in India, so we took the access like this, and what we did is that we for Cobalt Strike in such a way that it will take screenshot for every few minutes. So we got lot of screenshots, but when we were going to those screenshots which were captured from this device, luckily we got a password. Okay, so then we moved to that system. From that system, I think, what if we can move to domain controllers? If, someone would have heard about domain controllers, like administrative device of all the devices. What we can move to those devices? We can take control of all the enterprise now. That network. Okay, entire company will be in our hand, and that, so that is the uh, what is that job of red teamers. Okay, we should compromise one system, then we should move to other system somewhat with these things like that. Okay, so let's should I prove taking any another screenshot, or should we move to clipboard or something keyloggers? Can we move to keyloggers? Yeah. So before going to keyloggers, let me open notepad. Okay, and here I will type admin at 123. Okay, and you guys will keep password of what is this NYU website. What will you keep? Your name, your IDs. Okay, it will be like at 123, something like this. Okay, and I am moving this to clipboard. See, I'm doing Control C of this password. Okay.
Wait, how do you get my password?
No, I'm doing Control C. Okay, so I'm going to attacker, and I'm going to the shell, and simply I can type not keylogger clipboard. Okay, don't think I'm lazy, I'm copying it. Okay, you can I'll type it.
The thing is, clipboard is disabled by default.
Yeah, I'll see. So once we get the contents, we'll get clipboard, and we'll wait for some time, and we will get the contents. So that is why we should not enable our clipboards. See, we got the password, we wake at 123. Okay, so this is how we capture the passwords. Okay, now let's go and use the keylogger. So what is keylogger? So keylogger, in the sense, whatever you are typing here, it will come on the screen. Okay, this attacks were difficult, right? When we want to do, we should write many scripts, go there, run that script there. So it was very difficult, right? So now that Cobalt Strike is making so easy. So now I remember 2 years back when I was working for one of the bank line. So that time, because of the heavy cost, heavy investment, we did not go for Cobalt Strike. To capture this clipboard or capture the keyloggers, we wrote script for 2 to 3 days sitting. Because for a cybersecurity guy, it is very difficult to write the scripts. So lot of trial error. We wrote a script like that. It was very difficult to move script from my server to the compromise system as well. Okay. Some service I should start there. So it was very difficult. But Cobalt Strike is making everything easy. Okay. So like a clear screen. Whenever you are running in your Linux terminal, you want to move to upside. So that is called as clear screen, right? You can just type clear screen or CLS. In Cobalt Strike, you can, okay, you can go here, and if you type like I don't know, I have problems with my keys, but control not working, but usually it is a control K. Okay, so now let's go, and we'll take advantage of keylogger. So how to start the keylogger? So this is how keylogger. It is again just a normal command keylogger, because Cobalt Strike have made you the things easy. Okay, so go and type here keylogger. Now go back to your system, the compromise system. Assume someone is typing here like this. Okay, so I have typed many things, and at last I in at 123. Okay, or Osiris at 123. This is the most of you guys have kept this password, I assume, for your Osiris account. Okay. So tasks. So let's wait and we'll go to keystrokes. Okay. So still now we have not received. Okay. Okay. So let's go here to our attacker machine. So this is working on that. So let's wait for some few seconds. Yeah. So Vivek asked, what if this clipboard is not enabled? Okay, that means you cannot copy it. So that is one of the validation. That is one of the remediations. Okay, those who are working in very sensitive, those who are using like working in any of the sensitive fields or any of the higher authorities, so they should never enable their clipboard. Okay, if clipboard is disabled, you cannot get this. Okay, so we have received some bytes here. So let's go and check the keystrokes. Okay, so still it is working. I'll close the screenshots. So, view. Let's see. Sometime it will work, or else I'll go to the shell. Type. Okay, so it is sent, but we have not received anything from the keystrokes. Still, we are waiting. Usually, automatically, you will get a session here, like whatever keystrokes are there, it will show. Let me check. So still now we have not got maybe some uh, networking thing. So instead we'll get the output, but it will take some time because we have typed many things. Okay, so this is we are going back to nodes here. You can see keylog type, and same thing we got like this. The command was sent, and when I typed something like in the system, like where we have compromised here, something I typed like this, and if you go back to nodes, so we like I got all those things here. You can see here. These are the contents. Okay, password something admin 123. Maybe you can write a command like password for admin website. So usually what happens in enterprise is like that. So you'll have lot of applications. Though you have like SSO singles and signings, there will be many applications still to upload your reports or mark your attendance or something like that. There will be many things. So that you should maintain different passwords. It's not like simply single sign on. Okay. What usually normal human tendency will do, they'll open one of the notepad and they'll type all the passwords there to remember it. Or else they will save it in Google, but sometimes they will not save, but they will save in text file. So that is where we are taking this advantage. So and like the same way. So now I'm not getting any output because this content is too much for Cobalt Strike. Yeah, yeah. So luckily we got. You can see on live. So it is received notepad by B farmer notepad. And if you go to keystroke, you can see here. So what are the contents I typed? I got it here. Okay. So these were the contents I typed. Like I typed some, like it captured somewhere from here. Okay. And you can see all those contents are here. Okay. It's
This is detectable in logs.
yeah, it will be detectable in logs. So what red teamer will do is that, so instead of attacking on every system on a single day, do it one system on the same day, only one system. So it will not be detected. So soft team will not, or any other team, blue team teams will not detect our attacks. Okay, that is the job of red teamer, and you should have a lot of patience and you should wait so much time to get the output. So in my case, I waited for a few minutes to get those key locks. Okay, that is why I made a notes because what if I'm trying on live and sometimes it takes so much time to get the outputs. So if it is not working, I can go back to notes and I can show. It will work, but it will take so much time. Okay. So let's go back to this. I think everyone are clear, like how to take the clipboard contents or how to take the keyloggers or something like that. Okay, you can do lot of enumeration. So one such type of enumeration is that there is one of the script called as seatbelt. So uh, the- similar to the codes which are written in C, which are written in Python or any other things, you will go and execute. How will you execute it? If it is a Python file on Linux on terminal, Python 3 and file name. Okay, same way you can execute any of the scripts in Cobalt Strike, just giving this keyword called as execute assembly. Okay, this is the execute assembly, and sorry. So let me go back here.
What if it's something that needs to be compiled?
Bench one. What was it?
Like C or something you need to combine it in GDB, then you
Yeah, yeah. So this is how it will execute, and you can see this is a exe file. So it is a compiled code or a non-compiled code. It's a compiled code, obviously. So if you want to upload any of the C files, so it should be a compiled file. Like you should compile in GCC, and you should give this path. Okay, this path is from the Cobalt like where we have hosted that. Okay, this is how we will run, and what seatbelt will do, it will enumerate on your behalf. It's me going and running who am I, host name, IP config, all those. It will take a lot of time. So this tool will enumerate the things for you. See, it has identified antivirus, or it has identified some of the services. See, it has many of the services like that. You can see here it has identified vulnerable services as well. So these are the vulnerable services which are running on our system, like the compromised system, B farmer. Okay, I think everyone is clear now. So let's move to host privileges. So still now what we have learned, so we have learned macros injection, okay, and to get a shell using that macros injection. So and we have done host reconnaissance, and also we have done social engineering like phishing. We have sent a mail to that bee farmer as well. So many things we have done, okay. And let's go to host privilege escalation now. So what is privilege escalation? So now you can see, I'll go to this one. So this is the notes. I'll execute. I'm just saying the thing why we need the privilege escalation. So I'm trying to run this Mimikatz tool. So how many of you have heard the tool named Mimikatz? I think yeah. So that was the last session. What like where I said about Mimikatz. So Mimikatz is a tool where you can dump the credentials. Okay. So I'll ask you one question. So I'm NYU's network. So my laptop, and Vivek has his laptop, but Vivek one day will not bring his laptop. Okay, he'll forget it. But he should go to Brightspace to log in. So what he will do, instead of logging in his phone or anything, he will come and he will log in my system. He will log out from my account, but still he will log in my system. Okay, and again he will log out. So now that password will be there. Once he logged out, whatever the password he entered for his account, that will be there. It depends on the future, like features. Okay, so in company what happens is that in company it is all about logging. Like you will have a separate account in the network. Okay, it was just a user account. But in companies it will be like if you are working for Amazon or Google, any of the companies, your user account will also be your system account. Okay, that means you are just typing the same password everywhere for your teams, for you to log into the system. Okay, so in that case, assume Vivek and me are working in the same company. Something is wrong with his laptop, and he wants to do some jobs very quickly. So he very immediately. So he will come and he will log in my system. In that case, like just typing the password, he will type to log in to the system itself. In that case, again I'll log in to my system. In that case, Vivek password will be there in my system somewhere. It will be stored. Somewhere it will be stored. No, it will be not stored. Again, yeah, it is gone. But the one default, like one of the bad thing about Windows is that, so it is not about the passwords. So whenever you type the passwords, it is something called as NTLM hashes or Kerberos authentication, where we are using this NTLM hashes. So password will not go to your server like to identify you. So either it will be a NTLM hash or Kerberos hash. Okay, that is how Windows work. So the thing is that though he log out from my system, like Vivek logouts, again I log into my account, is NTLM hash will be stored for some time, not some time, some days. Okay, it will be stored. What if I capture that NTLM hash? Okay, NTLM hash is the one which will authenticate you in the server. It is not Vivek's password. Vivek password will be converted to NTLM hash, and that NTLM hash will be it is used for authentication, right, for any of the services in the company. I take advantage of this hash now instead of password. I can take
Yeah,
it, right?
one step next.
Yeah.
So
So
that's also like multi-factor.
yeah. So what we can take
We can take we can capture session cookies. Yeah, cookies.
No, I'm not talking about session cookies. It is all on Windows. So your account will be here. So if I go to command prompt and if I do who am I here, so it will come Vivek at Google, something like that. So that means your system account and your whatever you are logging in Google or Chrome, everything is same. Okay, that time I'm capturing NTLM hashes, and NTLM hashes we cannot brute force it to get the password back. So, but using the hashes, we can do one of the attack called as pass the hash. Okay, from my system to get his shell, to get shell which is running as a user as Vivek. Okay, with privileges of Vivek. Okay, so that attack will do now. And to capture these hashes, we can write a script like to capture these hashes, or else we can go to any of the paths and we can get that. But here there is one tool called as Mimikatz. We'll take advantage of that. So Cobalt Strike will help you to run the tool, any tools you can run on Cobalt Strike. It is just like a normal shell. Okay. So, but if I run Mimikatz on a normal shell, it will give you error. It is access denied error because it needs admin privileges. Okay. Mimikatz need admin privileges. Okay. But the shell what the like we got shell here. So this is the shell, and if I do who am I? Okay. So run who am I? Okay, this is the normal user we are getting. It's like something like dev and slash and former. Okay, what is the administrative privilege, administrative account in Windows? Which is the administrative account in Windows of your system? For Linux, it is root. Same way for Windows.
Admin.
No, it is NT authority system. Okay, so root is similar to NT authority system. Like whenever you open any of the like any of the what can I open here? So let me check here PowerShell. Okay, if I want to run, like you will run this as administrator, right? So that means it is this PowerPoint will be running with the privileges of admin. Okay, but here in Windows we will not say it as admin. We will say it as NT authority system. That means administrative privilege. Okay, but in Linux we'll call it as a root. Same way, whenever I run a Mimikatz here, it is the same way, right? Mimikatz is run on any other system. Okay, so there what happens is that so what if I go and type here, like I'll open here PowerShell. Okay, so this is the PowerShell, and if I try to execute Mimikatz here, it will not work because this is just I'm giving example. It is a normal shell. Okay, this is the normal shell, whichever I'm showing. But Mimikatz will be executed when we will go here and PowerShell you can see here. I'm right clicking it, run as administrator. Okay, and I want to click it as S. So this is you can see here. It is it changed from Arun to System 32. So System 32 means it is a NT authority shell. Like if I do am I here, okay, so it will show me my name only, but it will be the root shell. Whatever you got, it is a root shell. You can identify here also administrator. Here, if I run cats, I will not have any error. Okay, that is what we want to do on the compromised system.
What happens when you see tilde?
Ah.
See tilde. Space tilde.
C space
Tilde.
toddler.
Tilde. Like the wavy thing.
Wavy thing.
The symbol. Next to one. Next to the back. Next
This
to
one?
Literally on the back.
You got space.
This is PowerShell.
This is partial.
It works with some certain Linux. That's the one that goes
That's
in
the
the
blue
back.
one. No, that's
That Linux it will work. So we concept now. So we want to run Mimic on any other system with admin privileges. Okay, but the shell whatever we got here, It is not the admin. You can see here. It is a dev B former. Okay. So now how to take, how to get the administrative shell. Can we do any host privilege escalations here? Privilege escalations moving from shell like normal shell to administrative shell. Yes, we can do. So many of the systems, like whenever you compromise, they will be running some of the services. So one of the services is SMB. If you go to any of the enterprises working in the companies, many of the time SMB ports will be opened. Why? What is SMB? Use of SMB. SMB is for file sharing. Okay, so your company works in such a way that they will host you all the files on one of the server. Okay, for that they will use this protocol called as SMB to get the files, to download the files and all. Okay, so most of the Windows system will have this SMB service enabled. Like when you are working on enterprise. Why? Because you want to uh, like they will not give you access to cloud like Google Cloud or something to share the link or PDF or something and to download. It will be from the exact path. Like every team will have different path and you should go and store the files there. Okay, so that is one of the examples, but there will be SMB port enabled. Okay, so that is where we'll get a reversal. But before getting that reversal, uh,
Wait,
we-
don't you think
before getting going to that SMB, okay, we should find any of the services running on a system which can give the admin access. Okay, so have you heard anything about Windows privilege escalation attacks? So our Linux privilege escalations. So in Linux privilege escalations, it is very we can go directly. We can do like GTF opens. Have you heard about GTF opens? That website. So, but when it comes to Windows privilege escalations, okay, there are 7 to 8 type of attacks, so which are very important. And those who want to do OSCP, so these are the attacks. Whatever I'm saying now, so that those are very important. Okay, so one of the attack is unquoted service paths. Okay. Next attack is weak service permissions. And next thing is weak service binary permission. Okay. So let me go one thing. Okay. What is unquoted service path? How we can take this unquoted service path to get a administrative shell? How we take the advantage? Okay. So the thing is that you can see here this path. If you want to see any of the services details, you can just run this command. Run SCQC one service. Okay, you service name you get. So the service path for this file is this one. You can see here. This is the path. C program files vulnerable service and whether it is quoted or unquoted. It is quoted, right? You can see a double quote. Okay, that means I'll say what is the difference. Okay, so let me go here. Yeah, yeah. Can you identify any of the unquoted service here? Yeah, we have one, right? One service one. Okay, that has a space and it does not have double quotes. If you can see clearly, it does not have double quotes. Okay, that is where unquoted service paths come. What is the advantage? What is this use is that how your Windows will work. So if you have not given any double quotes here, how will Windows fetch this file? So Windows fetch files in this 3 type. Wherever the space is there, it will go and add that it program.exe and next space is where after vulnerable. So vulnerable.exe and where is another space? Service one. Okay. So here we have service.exe. Okay. What attacker will do? So you got to know this is how Windows fetches the file. So what attacker will do? He will go and write one program such a way that program.files and he will upload to C folder because it is under C folder.
I'm
But
assuming it stops executing, finds one. Like if it finds C programming exe first.
yeah, it will stop here. Once it fetches, it stops here. But we cannot upload files. We don't have right permission to upload the files to C program. So what we will go? Attacker will go to next folder. It is vulnerable service. Okay, here we have space. Here he can upload, but still if you don't have any right permissions, he will go to another space that is in this vulnerable services directory. Okay, here he will go and give instead of service one, he will give service.exe, one of the malicious script. He will upload there, and Windows will fetch it for you. So this is one unquoted thing. I think you got thing. Now it is weak service permission. So in services, when you query them, so I am querying about the services using this PowerShell. Okay, any of the services, whenever you are querying it, if you get change config, okay, that is weak service permission. So change config in the sense you can change the path of the binary. Okay, like this is what the binaries details will look like. If you have that change config keyword when querying about the details of the service, you can change this path. Okay, that means you can upload any of the malicious file to any of the folder on the compromised server, and you can change this path. So Windows will fetch it for you. So automatically that malicious scripts will get executed. Okay, and now I'll move real quickly. And another one is weak service binary permissions. So what is weak service binary permission? If the service has the thing like allow modify, that means entire content of that service file can be changed. In this case, service3.exe is the binary what Windows is fetching. Okay, but since this service has access to modify, we can modify entire this exe file. So that means we can just go to this service.exe, control A, remove, and control C what? Control C or malicious code.
This is typical RWX.
Yeah, like that. So uh, your content will be stored, malicious content will be stored, and whenever it get executed, like obviously it will get executed because the service that services should start. Whenever the service start again, the malicious content will execute. So and like that, whatever the malicious things you can do, like you can take. So in our case, what is the malicious thing I want to do here to get the privileges correct?
Modify.
Yeah, like any of the services, is the thing. Maybe here how to identify like whether this service is running in the privileges of normal user or anti-authority system. So this is called as identity reference. You can see here. Okay. If at all, if you get anything called as anti-authority in identity reference, that means this service will run in the privileges of or a root. That means whatever the script you like, sudo. Most of you have used sudo, so this is similar to that. Okay, anti-authority. If at all you are able to modify the script or modify that service or using that like or upload to unquoted paths, all these services are running or anti-authority. Obviously, whatever the malicious script it will get execute, it will be running as anti-authority. So what if we write a reverse shell code here and service will fetch this binary and will execute it. So which shell we will get now? We will get anti-authority shell. Okay. So that is the concept of all this host privilege escalation. Okay. So let me move little fast here. Okay. So I am using this like weak service binary. Okay, so weak service binary is easy little because we'll get the outputs very fast. Like not easy, we'll get the outputs to go very fast. Okay, so now uh, I'll show you from where that. Yeah, yeah. So now what we will do, we will check for this like the changing the path. Okay, modifiable services. Okay, so what I will do is here. So I'll show you in the notes because it's already 5:15. The thing is that there is one of the we are importing this get service acl.ps1 script on Cobalt Strike, whichever the shell we got, and we will execute on this one service too. Okay, if you can see this one service too as this configuration of change config, change config. Okay, change config means you can change the path of that like whichever we have seen still now. So now we will query for this service. We will check whether this service, what is the path. You can see path of the service is it is pointing to service2.exe. Okay, since we have access to change this path, that service we can change the path. What I will do, I will create one of the uh, temporary like folder on the compromise system, and I will upload one of the reverse shell. You can see tcp.localhost x64 is the reverse shell, and what I will do, I'll change the service binary path to that TCP, like whatever the I uploaded. Okay. Now after doing this, what will happen? So it automatically sets this path, this path here. Okay, it will be changed here. It will be C slash temp. Whatever the file I uploaded, I'll change to this path after these commands. Okay, so this is done, and you can see here the path has been changed here. So path has been changed successfully. Okay, this path to, we have changed the path to malicious content. Okay, you guys got still here? Any doubts? So now what I'll do, I'll uh, go back to my. There is 10 minutes, so let me try doing live.
Yes.
No, 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 no. This is the command run QC and one service if I'm not wrong. So this is the service 2. So let me go back to my notes and one service 2. Okay. Okay. So let's wait for the output. If the path is already changed because yesterday I did the attack, if the path is changed, so you can see here path is changed. ctemp tcp svc.exe. We have changed the path from the default path to whichever the path we wanted. I uploaded the script here, this tcp.localhost.exe here. Okay. Now, what should I do? Like many of the services, after it gets changes or it gets modified, you should stop it again and again you should restart it. Okay. So once you restart it, like obviously you will get a like that's just whatever the thing you wrote, it will get executed. Okay. In our thing, same here, once I uploaded and I have changed this binary path. Okay, so let me go and start the service once again. Okay, so uh, 1 minute. So let me go back to that service. So this is the command run sc start run service. Okay, so let me go back here and instead of querying should start it, and you can see here there is I'll remove this. Okay, you can see there is only one shell here, and with the user privileges, you can see here B farmer. Okay, now what I will do, once I click on start, and let me wait for a second. Okay, once it gets execute, and if I give a you will get a NT authority shell of the workstation 2. Then you can like dump the credentials using Mimikatz. Just a task of 2 minutes. Then you can pass the hash and you can get a administrative shell of workstation 2. So that is what all the concept. I think we can complete in 10 minutes, or else I'll show you on the again on the notes.
Way more dangerous stuff.
Yeah,
You can do way more dangerous things.
yeah, we can do way more dangerous things in this, but I need another 2 sessions to complete that. Okay, so we have started it. Now the thing is that we have started the service. Okay, but the shell has received. We have received the shell from the uh, compromise the system, not connected it. Like we are not connected it. So to do that, you should just go connect localhost and 44. Okay, as soon as I click this button, connect localhost. Okay, 3x4. Okay, and you can see you will get one of the shell. So let's wait for some time. Before that, I'll show you a graph also. So we have only one shell here, one shell here with running as B farmer. See shell graph. We got system. Okay, what is system? System is NT authority system. Okay, Let me go back to the shells again. So we got here two shells now. It was previously it was one shell, and once we done this privilege escalation, we got the shell. Okay, this is the shell, new shell. Okay, here if I go and do run who am I, maybe we will get NT authority system, and host name will be same because your system will have two things. One is administrative account and one is your normal user. Okay, so let's wait for the output. So let us be quick now. So once now you have got the administrative shell. So now we can run what? We can run mimikatz. It's very easy now. So before we were not able to run mimikatz. Now we got NT authority system shell. That means we can run mimikatz and dump the passwords, ashes of NTLM ashes. Okay. So from here, see here, the output is NT authority system. So last time when I got the shell from the same system, once I ran who am I, it was save slash b farm. Now it is NT authority system. Okay. So now that means we are running this entire with administrative. Okay. So now taking this advantage. Okay. I why I don't know my control V is not working. Okay. So let me go back here. Okay. Uh, Try to copy once again, and we'll use mimikatz tool to dump the passwords. So it will hardly take 5 minutes from here for successful attack. Yeah. So it's not working. So let me type mimikatz. Passwords. Okay, so this is the command. So let's wait for some time. So the thing is that on the compromised server, other than bfarmer, so bfarmer was the account. So other than bfarmer, there is another user called as jking. He has logged in because he did not got laptop that day for his office. Okay, so he has logged in and he has logged out. But still, we have these ashes on the system, NTLM ashes. So once we capture these ashes, now we will take that J King's ashes and we will get a shell on behalf of him, like that. Okay. So it will take hardly 5 minutes from here. So let's wait. I think still, do you guys have any doubt? I think you guys have doubt in something on Windows privilege escalations. So that takes so much time to explain, but I did it in like I explained in 5 minutes. That is the reason you guys will have doubt. But still, you guys can go to read some Medium blogs or watch some YouTube videos, Windows privilege escalations. That is very very important because you guys, everyone will be used to Linux, Kali Linux, and Linux privilege escalations. But many of us will not be used to Windows privileges. So that very important to learn, and it's very easy. There are only like 10 attacks of Windows privileges. Okay.
And the thing is, like there are a lot more users on Windows. That's a bigger attack.
Yeah.
Surface.
So 1 minute. I think I did some typo mistakes here. Yeah. So let me explain in the notes because we are running out of time. So once you run this command, so because I did not loaded the mimikatz, so once you run this command, so you will get all the ashes of the user, whichever the user have logged into that system. Here you can see one user is bfarmer, that we should know because bfarmer was the user, and is NTLM ash. Okay, this was his NTLM ash. Now, if you scroll the screen, like in the same output, you will find another user called as jking. Okay, and his NTLM hash is this. Okay, so we have captured this, and once captured, what we will do, like pass the hash attack we will do. That means we have the NTLM hash and username of that guy like jking. Now what we can do? So it's nothing but so jking has like his system is web. web.dev.cyberarctic.io. So like is C folder. This is the path. We tried to access it, but we were getting error before doing the pass the hash. And once we did the pass the hash attack here, this is the pass the hash. If you want to do it on a real time, we will use one of the tool called as Rubius in red teaming. Okay, when we are doing our manual red teaming works. Okay, that has lot of commands, lot of options you should type. But in Cobalt Strike, they have made it so easy. Pass the hash. It is means PTH. Automatically, it will run all the commands here. You can see this is all in the output. You are seeing the user jaking domain name. These were the Rubius option. If you would have known something on Rubius, but it will do automatically for you all the things. Once you pass the username and the hash you have captured from that mimikatz output, like once you execute it, okay. Before we were not able to list the file of the C folder of the jaking, okay. But now, like we are able to fetch the details. Okay. So attack is over? No, not over. We were just listing the files. What about the shell of the jaking? We need the shell. Okay. So how to take the shell? It is any one of you heard about the tools like px execute, winrm and all? Like those are the tools to get a shell using the hashes. Okay. So this is what jump like in real time red teaming will use px execute, but jump is the keyword coming from Cobalt Strike. This is the Cobalt Strike command. Okay, px execute, and we should give the use system name of the jaking. Okay, where he has, like you will have the system name, right? Your system name or something. Who am I? You will get your sorry host name. So your system name, that will be your system name. So we should give that system name because already past the hash attack is done. So once you do it, you once you do it. So let me be quick. Yeah. So once you do it, once you run this command, you can see here we got a shell. Like we got a shell from web, and here it is a system because Jaking was an administrative user. Okay, so we got the shell back, and like if you do run OMI or run host name, so this is the web, and this is the IP address of that system which we compromised. So here we have three shells now. You can see first we compromise one system called as B farmer, and from B farmer we move to is administrative shell, like NT authority system using privilege escalations. From there, we run mimikatz to dump the hashes of NTLM hashes, and we got the NTLM hash of jaking, and we moved to jaking as well. Okay, we got the shell of jaking as well as a administrative shell of jaking we got. Okay, so we compromise three devices in span of like it will take time, but uh, it is hardly 2 hours. We compromise these systems in Cobalt Strike. But when it is a real time, you don't have any Cobalt Strike tool when you are doing a red teaming. To compromise three devices, you need like 1 day or 2 days you need. Okay, that time they will identify the malicious contents, and they'll stop your connections. They'll block your IP address or block the connect. They will disconnect your reversion. Okay, so but we did it in 2 hours. So that is all advantage of Cobalt Strike. Okay, yeah. So any doubts is there, you can ask me on Discord. We are yeah. I should thank everyone of the like cybersecurity board members, Vivek, Abdullah, Ruchir, and Alvin for giving me this opportunity. Yeah, so looking forward all like in other sessions. Thank you. Any doubts, you can just text me on Discord. Okay, thank you.
Thank you everyone for showing up.